So in this lesson, we're going to go over notes and chords. Now, music theory can be a very overwhelming thing, especially if you don't know where to start. But in worship music, there are three main parts that you need to understand to be able to play pretty much anything. And those are notes, chords, and keys. Now, if you can understand those concepts and be able to distinguish what the differences are between them, you'll be able to play pretty much anything. And so let's start with notes. Now, there are 12 notes in music. And the easiest way to start is this. You go through the alphabet from A through G. Those are all the natural notes. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So if you see this graphic here, you'll see some piano keys. You'll see 7 different white keys and 5 different black keys. Now the white keys represent the natural notes. And usually people start with the C and they work their way up to B. So we got C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Now those are your 7 naturals. And then you got your sharps and flats, which are represented by the black keys. All right, now so you got C, C sharp, or D flat, okay? Because a sharp, what it is 1 half step above the natural note or 1 half step below the natural note. Now when it's above, you call it a sharp. When it's below, you call it a flat. So the first black key after the C is either a C sharp or D flat. Same note, different names. All right, so you got C, C sharp or D flat, and then D. And then you got D sharp or E flat, and then E. You'll notice there's nothing between the E and the F, and that is because an E sharp and an F flat do not exist. And so you go straight from the E to the F. And you got F, F sharp, G flat, G, G sharp, G, A flat, A sharp, B flat, B. And those are your 12 notes. Now, chords. How do you know what chords you're playing? Now, we can go into the theory of what makes a chord and all that. But here's what you pretty much have to know to be able to play worship music in your bedroom. Now, once again, this teaching isn't for if you're trying to understand theory and compose complex melodies and all these things. It's just, I just want to jam on my guitar and play some songs, right? Now, all you need to know is that each note has either a major or a minor chord. Now, you can get into diminished, seventh, and all these things, augmented and all this stuff, but it isn't too relative when you're trying to just worship in your bedroom. So here's a really easy way to understand it. Major chords are happy, minor chords are sad. That's pretty much it, all right? So for example, here's an E major. Sounds pretty happy, right? Now here's an E minor. It sounds kind of more mad or sad, okay? Now those are the differences you really need to know. And we're gonna go over all the chords and learning, okay, how do you play a G major? How do you play a C major, D major, or a E major, and all these things. We'll go over those in further lessons, but the main part is this. I really want you to understand what's the difference between notes and chords. So chord is a combination of notes that are played together in consonants, not dissonance. And consonants means, it's just a big word that means they sound good together. And so that's what a chord is. It's a combination of notes that sound good together, all right? And so in further lessons, we will go over how to play each chord. But we just want you to know the difference between a note and a chord. So there you go, notes and chords.